Hi, today for my project 3, language cultural choices, we're not gonna be talking about BTS ARMY has a fandom. BTS ARMY is one of the biggest fandom in the world, and they are known for their diversity and their cultural community and social. ARMY also speaks many language, because they have like different culture, and that leads to ARMY to have a diversity in cultural choices, especially the wide range of ages. But today we're gonna be talking about BTS ARMY bridging the gap between new and experienced fandom. For get into more context, we're gonna define who is BTS. BTS is a South Korean pop band. They are 7 members, and those members are Kim Namjoon, Kim Soo-jin, Min Yoongi, Jung Ho-seok, Park Jin-min, Kim Taehyun, and Jung Jungkook. And then those are the real names. They also have their own artistical names. BTS in Korean is Bangtanseonyeondan, so probably we will hear this term in any place in the social media. And also the English translation is Bulletproof Boy Scouts. That term is less used. And about ARMY is the name that BTS gave to the fandom. ARMY is a durable representative MC for young. This fandom has renowned as one of the biggest and organized fandom that knows how to use the social media to empower BTS. They have been breaking records in music, like streaming YouTube, streaming in Spotify, and other platforms. For ARMY, organization is key, especially in a big fandom. ARMY uses their own language to reach objectives easily. To explore ARMY languages choices, I have break down some concepts that we can watch together and then dig a little bit on what ARMY languages are about. I have break down this in symbolic emojis and shorthand, like this is the way the ARMY communicates the fastest as possible. And we have the vocabulary of intimacy, and we have community sources for new fans, where the new fans can gather information and learn besides asking their friend who has no idea where to start. And also we're gonna talk about the relevance the ARMY has in social, friendship, and family context. So let's talk about the symbolic emojis and shorthands. This is one of the ways that ARMY used to communicate. These emojis and shorthands is really common in Gen Z generation. We prefer to use like fast-paced communication, throwing emojis, memes, and we can say that millennials or Gen X wouldn't really get what we're talking about. But in ARMY languages, that doesn't matter. The age of comprehend all these emojis and the meanings, it does not matter if we are longer enough in this fandom. They are able to understand the meaning of it. So the emoji that mostly ARMY uses is the purple emoji. Because the purple emoji, it's I purple you. We can say it's like I love you. The reason why it's purple, we can explain it later, but I have some examples right here and how the community in like BTS edit or any of the support that ARMY wants to show up. Here's how ARMY responds with purple hearts and also red hearts for sure, but mostly it's like purple emojis and positive comments towards to the guys. So now let's talk about the rest of the emojis that we can observe right there. So the koala right here, we use this emoji to refer one of the members of BTS. To be more precise, the leader, Kim Namjoon or RM. The reason why ARMY uses the koala emoji towards to Namjoon is because BTS has this collaboration with the Line Friends, where Namjoon created his own character, which it was a koala. The reason that he created this character for himself is because his introspective personality is thoughtful and also sleepy. Let's talk about the kitty right here. We use the kitty to refer Suga or Minyoongi. The reason why we choose this emoji is because he looks like a cat and we have some picture reference. Other reasons that why we call Minyoongi as a cat is because he doesn't like the human contact. He refused to get hot, just like the stereotype of a cat. You can observe that the information that ARMY uses to communicate is so extensive. For example, these members from BTS also have a lot of nicknames. Kim Namjoon, people call him RM, his artistic name. RM means real me. So let's move to the vocabulary of intimacy. Vocabulary of intimacy is like the nostalgia-laden phrases that BTS drawn from social media, from concerts, fan cafes, from fan meetings, from program as well. And one of the really popular phrase that ARMY uses a lot is the I purple you, or in Korean, borahe. Borahe and I purple you means I love you in ARMY. I'm gonna play a video of how one of the members of BTS came up with this phrase.
여러분, 보라 색깔의 뜻이 뭔지 아세요?
보라색이요.
빨주노초 파란보의 보라색이 마지막 색깔이잖아요. 제 보라색은 상대방을 믿고 서로 오랫동안 사랑하자라는 의미인데요. 네, 제가 방금 지었어요.
멤버도 속이다니.
네, 이게 근데 저는 그때처럼 영원히 오랫동안 함께 이렇게 볼 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다. 그리고 이렇게 커다란 커다란 곳에서 팬미팅을 할 수 있게 해주셔서 정말 감사하고요. 아미 사랑합니다.
Okay, yeah, so this is how the member of BTS create this phrase, and this is why it's really meaningful for us, and we use it a lot to say I love you to them and them to us. Another phrase I wanna touch is orphancha. Orphancha is something that we shout out every time when BTS are in the middle of a performance or the beginning of it. Every time when a new fan watches a BTS performance, they can hear ARMY shouting out this fancha. I'm just gonna leave you guys some video of how orphancha looks like.
김남준, 김석지, 민용기, 정우성, 박지휘, 김대영, 전장군, 띵기.
Great, we're back. Let's talk about the community resources. How new fans or new babies, ARMY can learn of all the information that is given. We have the ARMY dictionary by the US BTS ARMY. US BTS ARMY is a non-profit organization made by the fandom where we can understand the meaning behind the words like borahe, like I previously explained, that mean I love you. And in this dictionary, other than the meaning, you will get the origin of each word, like why is this word created. Okay, and another source we have is the BTS Wikipedia. BTS Wikipedia, it's available for overall public, and in that Wikipedia we can find everything about BTS, from the bunch of universe they have, the meaning of the slangs, the emojis, the member birthday, where they're born. With all these, we can find it in this BTS Wikipedia. You can also find help with the YouTube channel. There's actually a lot of videos of how to ARMY. And we have TikTok, we have X. I would say X is one of the first platforms that ARMY uses to communicate, to make communication fast. And also Weverse. Weverse is an app where artists engage with the fandom. You can also shop merch like the BTS album. We have VLive, we have Instagram. VLive was an app that BTS previously used to do their lives, but right now they use that in Weverse. And it's really fun, the fact that I joined this fandom in 2018 and I'm keep learning new stuff from ARMY community. We can also observe my perception gap before when I didn't know what was ARMY memes, who's your bias. I didn't know all these terms, but this is how I slowly built the bridge between to be in new ARMY to experience ARMY. Let's talk about the relevance in social, friendship, and family context. ARMY is an international fandom, so that means they have a really big influence in the social media. ARMYs who have enough experience and are inspired by the K-pop band, they create their own non-profit organizations. ARMY has donated to charity multiples of times. One example was the Black Lives Matters, where ARMY collected up to $1 million. That demonstrates that ARMYs from different cultural backgrounds still collaborate and get mutual benefits. ARMY also support BTS by doing music streams. This is a post in Instagram of how ARMY organized themselves to stream music to hit the goals that they want to reach to. In the friendship relevance context, I think you can make a lot of friends who like other bands, or maybe you can introduce how BTS universe works. And I actually got introduced by a friend who was part of this fandom, and then by the time she explained me all the terms, I look it up at social media, I become a fan. And it's also fun in a family context because you can make a great connection with your siblings, with your mom, with your dad. I've seen a lot of video clips of members of family looking at videos of BTS and seeing how beautiful is this purple ocean in their concert. Right here, I leave you a picture of the purple ocean made by ARMY bumps. In conclusion, not matter what cultural background you are, what language you speak, what age you have, with this ARMY languages choices, once you speak it, you're just welcome to the fandom.